So, welcome to the deserted island, so to speak. Today, we'll be competing against these locals. Our goal is to build the coolest houses, and now we'll choose which islands we'll build our houses on. Which territory do you want to take?
I think this is personal territory, so we'll go there. It does need a bit of tidying up, but that's okay.
Of course, the point is to build a wonderful house that will be located on an island like this. I forgot to tell you that on each island there's a chest, treasure somewhere, and dirty things somewhere, so who knows who'll be lucky.
It definitely seems like there's something here. Treasure. Now we'll see what's there.
How can I tell, JJ? Who has the treasure? Who has the dirt? Or is it just randomly chosen?
Yes, you're right. It's all randomly chosen because I have no idea where the treasure is or where the dirt is, but it seems like the locals chose the wrong name. I got a chest with some kind of junk, and there's some leftovers here. Some kind of leather, something else, and other nonsense. In general, we don't need this, so we chose another territory, and most likely there are diamonds and jewelry there, yes.
So in J, we've chosen the area where the treasure chest will be located.
Well, something like that, but we still need to find it because someone might notice it here. It's not that obvious.
What is it? Doesn't it seem like there's something there? Let's take a closer look. It's definitely like a hatch, but how do we open it?
To open the hatch, we need to find a button or lever, so it should be somewhere around here, I think. Let's take a closer look. If we manage to find what we're looking for now, it will be amazing. You understand that we'll have a huge amount of treasure to build a house.
Excellent work! Now, it turns out that all the treasure there will belong to him. That's wonderful! But how are we going to build the house? And what are we going to use? Where do we get supplies?
And I'll show you Mike later because you need to see it with your own eyes. I'll tell you everything now.
But I don't get it, JJ. Okay, so we've taken these valuables, but what do we do next? How do we even start building a house if we don't even have any materials?
The point is, a merchant will come here now, since we've already found all the valuables, so we're moving forward with the story. And now a merchant will come here without us, so we can buy all the items from him.
Guys, what's going on here? I don't understand. Who is he doing here?
JJ says it's some kind of merchant and that he has all the items on this boat to build a serious house.
Well, and since our teams have very different budgets, the merchant will give us the best items he has and that we can afford for that price. And our guys on the neighboring team will get what they deserve. I don't know what they'll get.
Most likely, we'll get some junk, but that's not fair at all. What's the point of such a competition? If your house turns out better than someone else's, we will build this. This is some kind of nonsense.
The gist of the competition is that it's the poor versus the rich, and whoever builds the best house wins a whopping $5 million. No joke. That's a huge sum, isn't it?
$1 million? Really? So you're saying we'll compete for that kind of money? It's just incredibly cool, but it's obvious we'll win, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure, especially because all the guys are pretty confident that this is a pretty good construction company. These are guys who have experience in construction, and they should be able to create a pretty good, beautiful miracle out of junk. So, I don't know who'll win, because you and I are just ordinary people with no knowledge.
And you want us to actually build it all now to prove we're capable of something. Do you understand correctly?
Yeah, something like that. But the point is, you see, we need to not just try to build a house and make it look much better and cooler than what's being built.
Who's the organizer of all this? And how do you know so much, Jay? I don't get it.
That's a good question, actually, because the organizer of these games is a TV show. Yes, you got it right, Mikey. They film us and show us on TV because people enjoy and find it funny to watch someone build houses out of this material and then compete to see who did it better. People apparently find it interesting, and so we became participants in this show, so to speak.
I understand. Are there any rules for building houses in this show, or are there no rules?
There are no rules except that we have to build houses, which means we can even resort to some tricks and sabotage our opponents if we really want to.
That sounds sounds terrible. I don't even know if it's worth doing, because in reality, a conflict will break out between us, and then there will be problems, right?
We'll see what these guys do, because I have a feeling they could also stab us in the back, which would be very, very bad, and then a truly huge conflict will start between us.
So you're saying they might attack us first, and then we'll have problems. Why would they even do that if they're supposedly professional builders and can easily defeat us?
Well, it's not that obvious. As I already told you, this is a battle of the poor against the rich, and in this case, we're the rich. Therefore, we have a ton of expensive materials that could be used to build such a luxurious house that even idiots like us could easily build one. But they got ordinary materials and maybe even some crap.
I wouldn't even say that. JJ, look at their house. It looks pretty good for now. Of course, it's too early to say anything because the work is just beginning, but you're right. I mean, they might start envying us after that and just attack us to ruin our reputation.
That's true, yes. If they're such rotten individuals that they can attack us, we'll see what happens. Because even if they attack us, that's another reason to build excellent defenses. This territory is precisely from such unpleasant people.
Well, if we're afraid of them, then why don't we attack them first? Let's attack them to suppress them, and that way we'll definitely win.
We can do that because the rules don't say anywhere that we can't do that. And on the contrary,
it also seems like our house is ready. We managed to build a great house, right? And so, you know what else I want to tell you? That merchant brought combat robots and exoskeletons. We can saddle them up to attack those poor people.
we'll treat you very terribly, Mikey, but this show is gaining popularity precisely because we, or rather people like us, will attack the poor people. Because, as I already said, the point of the show is to have a battle, a fight, and conflicts because everyone is bored watching a regular construction site. But we need to put on a real show here. So, come on, I completely agree with you now. Let's get on these robots, or rather, exoskeletons, or whatever they are, and attack those poor people and see what they do.
Listen, let's get started already, because I can't wait to test these robots in combat conditions and see what they're capable of.
And the fact that we can use them to simply destroy the walls of these guys, so let's just start with that now. Well, let's see what we can do, because this place has such peculiarities that we have to prevent them from winning.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? Are you completely crazy? Get out of here! What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Stop right now, or you'll regret it later.
Yes, of course. What can you do to us? You're just poor people. You're incapable of anything. You don't even have anything to give us, so just sit back and suffer.
And you'll definitely regret it. Do you think you can just come here and start creating chaos? I don't think so. So I don't like it.
We don't care what you like or don't like. That's the reality. These are the conditions. Who is to blame that you failed to obtain the cores of value? But with their help, we can now do whatever we want here. And you can only talk and are no longer capable of anything, so accept your defeat and you can already give up. In principle, you can finish right here and they will give us $5 million.
They'll give us $5 million for winning this reality show. So, if you want conflict, you know what? We'll give you a real fight, and then we'll show you what you're capable of. I promise you, you'll regret your actions.
Okay, sure. Let's watch, let's do it. I'm already curious about what you're capable of. I think you're just weaklings.
Listen, Gia, you definitely should have done everything like that, because I think we did something unnecessary. We've awakened the demon, JJ, because it turns out that now these residents will definitely want to attack us and thus take revenge on us. So here's what I want to tell you. This box contains all the necessary items that might be useful for creating a defense around this area.
Go do something inside the house. I'll see what we can do here. It's quite fascinating, but what can we do? For example, around this perimeter, we can put up a bunch of fences, a bunch of defenses, and a bunch of other interesting things to protect us from the residents. Why, it's already clear that they'll want to take revenge, namely attack us and strike back. This is very, very bad because we'll have to be very careful because I knew they'd want revenge, so we'll have to see and figure out what kind of defense would be best. I think it will basically look like this. There's plenty of time and resources so far, so there's no rush. Here we can add more of these, for example, fortifications, and it will be great. But this whole defense should be enough to protect us from those residents, because as you can already understand, they will definitely attack us. Or rather, they will want to take revenge on us because we started it first, and we began to behave badly towards them, and frankly, we are some kind of smart monsters acting in this role as some kind of terrible people. That's how it is. Yes. But what else could be added here, for example, to protect this place? For example, I have lasers here so I could install them so they act as gates, protruding from the fibers of the huge walls which would prevent bandits from coming here. Why? Because the lasers would deal periodic damage, and that would look really bad on these residents. Will they be able to disable these lasers? Let them try. What can they use to disable them? You have to get very close to them to disable them, and then they'll start taking damage. So no, I don't think they'll be able to do anything about it. And even if they do, it means we need to come up with some other layer of protection behind these lasers. But first, I need to install... There's one more thing I'd like to discuss, namely this. These doors will be accessed by a special code to unlock these doors, and thus we from Mike will be able to enter here without any problem. So, it turns out that only me and Mikey will know this code. The other residents won't be able to find out this code, and therefore, they won't be able to get through the gate to get into our house. It's a pretty good defense, yes, but it's like something's missing and I don't even understand why. And especially since there are no other resources, I don't even know. Even if these residents attack...
Come on, JJ. You try arranging the furniture here now, and I'll go see what else I can do.
I basically thought that you, Mikey, would of course arrange the furniture here yourself. Okay, it's okay, I don't mind it. I'll see how I like it, so that everything here works for me. Now comes a very important moment, because we need to make the house look not only beautiful on the outside, but also on the inside. For this, we have a bunch of interesting objects like these. There are all sorts of objects here, in the form of some kind of little things and really important equipment that we need to live here comfortably. For example, a stove, a microwave, a refrigerator, and other nonsense. Okay, so first, we need to work on the kitchen. What kind of furniture do we need in the kitchen to live comfortably, cook comfortably, and so on? Well, as I already said, first of all, we need a stove, so the stove is installed here. We can cook various delicious foods and all that. And, of course, to store this food, plates, and other furniture, we need cabinets that will be located here. It's already quite nice and comfortable here, but that's not the end. Because we have to eat somewhere, so for comfortable eating, there will be a table and chairs nearby, and that's it. So the kitchen is already ready. Of course, there are still a few small items to add, like some decorations, a refrigerator, and so on. Basically, everything is there. How can you replace them? You can just take it and arrange everything like this. It already looks great here. So, what can we add to the living room? What objects and furniture will be here? I'll explain the most important thing. Sofas need somewhere to sit and all that, but you can't just sit on the sofas. You need something to do, so you can put a table opposite the sofa with a TV on it. There will be some entertainment, and it definitely won't be boring. Secondly, I want to add another table, but this will be a workspace. There will be a computer and a chair here, and in general, you can sit and work here and do whatever you want. So, I think it looks quite interesting. Well, what can I say? Almost everything is ready, so all that's left is just a little bit. I hope he actually did something and didn't just decide to dump all the work on me. Well, it turns out that it already looks pretty cool. I like everything here, even Mikey. Come on, come on.
So, Jay, how are you doing here? This already looks nice. I really like everything here. It already looks much better than what you have. Demure earlier. Well, why do I like all this? Listen, in that case, JJ, let's start with the fact that we have a gym here. It seems pretty obvious what it's for. Physical activity, keeping fit, and, of course, building muscle and strength. There's also an extra sofa here where you can sit and read books if you want. There are shelves with those very books, So you can basically relax a little here. And of course, there are 2 beds, yours and mine, such royal chic.
I should probably see how our guys, our residents, are doing, because after we attacked them, they started acting surprisingly quiet. I thought they'd definitely attack you.
Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of them because look, you can throw this thing in their house and all the trash there will disappear.
Yeah, you think, okay, it's easier. It's already obvious we won. It's us. Because as you can see, their house looks terrible. They don't even have the resources to renovate it, so it's time to get rid of this dump. There's basically no point in holding competitions anymore because it's already clear that we won. We managed to put together a Mikey, or rather, create a magnificent, luxurious house from all the available resources. It's clear that we won, and according to the rules of the game, we win in the form of $5 million.
And what should we do with the residents? What will happen to them now? I understand that they lost. And what next?
And what next? It's not our problem. They screwed up, so it's their problem. They won't get anything, but you and I received $5 million, or rather, we should still receive them because we need to contact the organizer of these games, and only then will they give us the money. I was really sorry that everything worked out for us, and we won because we really tried so hard. Everything turned out great, beautiful, and quite effectively, and it turned out really great, yes.